What's up, YouTube? It's Mike with Reptile. So it's been a while since I've done a video. Been super busy, as you know if you follow me. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, actually 2.5 and 4.5-year-old. I am a teacher, and we're working, even though we're working from home. And I've also been working a ton with the reptiles, and I figured I had some time. Grandparents are watching the kids. My wife is on the camera. I do videos, show the room a little bit, as well as show off kind of what's been happening so far this season. So this rack here, so this is right where you come down my reptile room. This is a new rack, ARS. I had a few levels added. It literally goes floor to ceiling. Right now, it's almost filled up to here. So a lot in here right now. Just to give you guys an idea, if you check my Morph Market, most of the stuff is actually 2019 stuff still. 2020 stuff has been flying off the walls. My whole first clutch, everything is sold already. I don't even have anything left. My second clutch, I think I have 1 snake left on that clutch, and then I have 2 snakes I held back, and I'll show the holdbacks a little later. I had a Woma Python clutch, all those sold already. Oh, I did have a Colombian Rainbow litter, and these guys are bitey as anything, so I'm probably gonna get bit, but I'll try to show you guys. Here we go. Ow, don't bite me. Watch, I'll show you they bite. Ow! Alright, so this is actually the male I'm gonna hold back. These look like normal Colombian Rainbow Boas. Well, they are 100% double het, patternless, and anery. So I held back a male and a female. I really think Colombian Rainbow Boas have a good future. There's a lot of morphs coming out. This is actually my first year producing them, but I do actually own a bunch of the morphs. And yeah, so I have those. I listed them on Morph Market as just a picture, like one random picture, and said I had pairs of them. But if you're into Colombian Rainbow Boas, this is definitely a investment animal. You have to raise them up for probably 3-4 years before you can breed them, but you could beat me to being the first person to produce anery, patternless Colombian Rainbow Boas. So I just figured I'd show one of those off. And I can show you guys, I don't know if my wife got the bite on film, but there you go. They nibble, they have sharp teeth so it pricks you, but I mean, you heard my reaction. Ow! You know, no big deal though. Alright, so I am going to show you guys clutches 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're all, actually I think 3 and 4 are just on the shed, but everything else is just coming out of the egg. I'm sweating because I was working outside, plus my reptile room is like 80 degrees, so I'm sweating, excuse that. Oh, and I had the sunglasses on inside because I tried to do myself what's it, COVID-19 isolation, what was it called?
Haircut.
No, when you're stuck at home. Quarantine haircut, yeah, and it's really bad, and I find that if I wear the sunglasses, it does a good job of hiding my bad haircut. But anyhow, let's come on in, let's show the room real quick, and then I'll come back and show that stuff. So, once you come through here, none of this stuff is new except for this big rack here. This is the 55 ARS 5540. I think I actually got an extra level added, so it does go floor to ceiling. I like it. You have to put it together, so that takes some time. For me, ARS is a lot cheaper for shipping, which is why I do have a lot of ARS stuff. They also are a little less expensive because you put them together, so it helps save me money. I will be honest that I do love the Freedom Breeder racks, but because of where I live on the East Coast, shipping is crazy expensive. So until I can figure out a way to get around the shipping, most of the stuff I buy will be ARS. I will also say that this room, just do a little quick turnaround, is completely full, so I'm not going to be buying anything new anytime soon, but I do someday hope to move to a bigger property and hopefully build myself a little reptile facility, and in there I'll be able to add more stuff, and we'll see what happens when the time comes. But yeah, everything in here is ARS or Freedom Breeder, except for this corner. I have some Sea Serpent hatching racks that were fit. I had them built like literally to fit in this section. And this is another 96 right now. I just have some baby boas in there. Oh, I've had 1 litter of boas. They just shed out, so none of them are posted yet. I'll start feeding this week. I will again show back my holdbacks from that litter in just a little bit. Incubator, get a shot of that. This is the inside incubator. It actually has 3 openings right now because I just pulled babies out that had hatched. But I do already have 1 clutch out in the outside incubator in my garage. So let me start with some of these holdbacks that I said I'd show. So this is probably my favorite. So this is a pastel gravel. So pastel gravel 100% het clown male that I held back from clutch 2. I love this guy, he's very cool looking. Clutch 2 was the Pastel Gravel Spectre 2A Clown. And then I'll show you real quick the female that I held back from that clutch. So I'll be honest, I kind of hope the female is the Spectre version. I was hoping to make super striped clowns this year, but I don't know if either of my females is going to go. But this will just give me another option to do that in the future. Could be 2 gravels. I'm not going to lie, a super gravel clown, super pastel, super gravel clown, pastel gravel, super gravel clown. Any of those I'd be fine with in the future. The boa litter. Now this was awesome. Let me see. So basically with the boas, I had a hypo that was a possible het VPIT positive. And I bred it to my IMG 100% het VPIT positive. And, don't bite me, sure enough, I popped out this, which I'm pretty sure is an IMG Sunglow. So she did prove to be 100% het. If you are a person that got one of her babies 2 years ago, I think there's only 2 that actually survived her first litter that I sold. They could be possible het VPIT positives. So that is the what I'm almost positive in IMG. Now both of these are males, but that's one of my holdbacks, IMG Sunglow. And then the other one, this one I'm pretty sure is just a Sunglow, but we'll see as time goes. So very happy about that. Again, they're both males, so I may, down the line, if this one's not IMG and I don't need them, sell them. But for now, I'm going to grow them up for a little bit, and I may just keep them both. Alright, so that was the boa litter. Now, let me go back to, actually, I'm going to have my wife stay right over here. I'm going to bring everything and just put it right here, so if you come on this side. So, clutch, I'm going to do these in 2s, I think. So, here's clutch 3, here is clutch 4. Now these are the 2 clutches that are literally, I was hoping they were going to shed by today, but they haven't yet. So this here is clutch 3. This is my pastel pinstripe Mojave Enchi Odium male bred to a super pastel. There's definitely some cool ones in here. This snake here I think is going to be really cool once it sheds. This one here is like really, this one I'm pretty sure is Odium in it. There's just like these flecks of random purple down the back. I can't wait till this thing sheds. When it came out of the egg, it was awesome. This one here is pretty cool looking. I made one from the male last year. It looked like this. That was actually sold really quickly. Really cool. Then this I think is just an Enchi, maybe pastel. No, they're all pastel, so pastel Enchi. This one might just be a, no, that might be a super pastel. And then again here, a little maybe lemon blast or super pastel pinstripe, who knows. Figure that all out later. This clutch here, super cool. So this is a VPI Xanthic Spider bred to a tri-stripe. And here we go. This is one that shed. Now I know it's just a normal, but that is a 100% double het VPI Xanthic. Here's another one that shed. 100% double het VPI Xanthic tri-stripe. And there was 12 eggs in here. Alright, this again is going to be investment animals. I'm definitely going to hold back, I think 1.3 from here, or 1.2. The rest, the other 9 will be for sale. Like I said, these are investment animals. I was talking with Colette at TSK, and I know they produce visual forms of this, and they are definitely pricey, the visuals. And the double hets are not going to be cheap either, but well worth it, I think, if you are in the tri-stripe prize. Like, if you haven't seen the Xanthic tri-stripes, you got to check them out. They're awesome. So that's clutches 2 and 3. Sorry, quick break. Show them the room, Esther, during the quick breaks. Alright, here's clutch 5. And clutch 7, and I'll explain why I'm showing. And the water bowl in clutch 7, it's a stain. It is fresh water, I promise. Sometimes when Reptile Chip gets in these bowls, it has stained it. But like if you see, I can't even wipe that off. So don't, it's all fresh water, don't worry. Alright, so clutch 5 and clutch 7, I've shown both of these guys on Instagram and Facebook. This is the same pastel gravel Spectre dad bred to a pastel lesser yellow belly. This thing here I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's a super stripe, but I guess it could be a nice highway where the stripe is, it has a stripe. I'm pretty sure this is a super pastel. It might be lesser, and then either super stripe or highway. This one here, I think, is a pastel lesser super stripe. I think. Whoop. Full stripe though on this one. This one here, I think, might be a. Oops, stay in here. This, I think, might be a super pastel gravel. Could be a super pastel spectre, I guess, also. But that thing's cool. Look at this, ringers, blushing. They're all getting active. And then two just lesser, which are either gravels or specters. Now, this one here, this was a Enchi Het Ghost, bred to a GHI chocolate Het Ghost. And I hit on some cool ones, and I'll tell you what, Esther, you show them off while I put Clutch 5 away, because they're all moving like crazy. Okay, so let's just show. So there's three that are at least GHI Ghost. I think that one of them or two of them might be GHI Chocolate Ghost. I don't think that they're GHI Enchi Ghost, but I could be wrong. People that produce the GHI Enchi Ghost, you can let me know. But the one I saw on, I think it was Morph Market, did not look like these two. So all three of them do look a little different though. So what I'm thinking is that this could be a GHI Chocolate Ghost, while this one here is a GHI Ghost. See the difference there? And then maybe this one here is a GHI Enchi Ghost, or maybe it's a GHI Enchi Chocolate Ghost. I don't know, but you're going to see how the three of them are all different. Is the camera picking that up? Alright, then we have a GHI Chocolate and a GHI. So you can see how the GHI is a little bit like darker. GHI Chocolate has the more of the brown. These are both going to be 66% Pos Het Ghosts. Then we have a Enchi. I think it's an Enchi, just an Enchi, but I guess it could be an Enchi Chocolate maybe. Then we have what I think is a chocolate. And then this one here is really cool. So I know it's an Enchi Ghost, but I think it might actually be an Enchi Chocolate Ghost. Not 100% on that though. But this thing is really cool looking. I love these purples and oranges that are just kind of like coming through on that snake. So that was Clutch 7. Now, Clutch 6.
13.
I'll tell you what, we're going to pause this. I'm going to do a part 2 for Clutch 6.